Firstly, we all should be happy as Indians because we have 70% of the world's tigers. So a big round of applause for the forest guards and all the national parks because India constitutes 70% of the world's population. We are the largest tiger nation in the world. Sir, you have been working in Sundarban from late 90s if I'm not mistaken. So what were the biggest challenges then? It was some 20 years back, 25 years back. Technology was not so pro in those days. So,
See, frankly speaking, I entered in Sundarban first time in 2001, and that too very reluctantly. Number one, I was not willing to go to Sundarban. Reason was in 1991, when with the help of WWF, we visited Kenya, and in this Marine National Park of Mombasa, I realized water is so choppy, nauseating, and then I realized I have never been to Sundarban by that time. कि we have in our state सुंदरबन, वहाँ जाएंगे तो ताले तो मुश्किल हो जावे, आप कोनो दिन जाबो ना उखाने. But when I shifted to Calcutta in 2001, one incident took place. There was a field director, and at that time, one tiger entered from the forest to village, and that tiger has not harmed anyone. But in spite of that, a mob of about 500 to 800, whatever it may be, it shot it, chopped it to many pieces, put it in gunny bags, and thrown in the river. And range office was just about 700 meter away, but no forest staff could have gather the courage to go to those people and say, please don't do it. So the then field director, perfect gentleman, he was there and he lost FIRs and others. There were political overtones also and others. And for certain reasons, things went in that way. He was transferred, and I was joint director Sundarban Biospherizer. I was transferred there. I went to my boss. That's why I'm saying reluctant. Because number one, it will not give a good message. Field director is trying there, and at that time it is transferred, those elements they will treat it as their victory. And number two, I don't think it's going to be easy job for me also. We are all human beings. We may have 5% capabilities here and there, but ultimately more or less same, right? But nobody listened. I went there. Then many questions came to my mind. Number one was, why in such a huge crowd there was no friend for tiger? People who killed might be 40, 50 or 100, but what about 700 other people? Why were they mere spectators? Then why forest staff who was having competence to target, they could not have courage? Or why tigers so frequently they are coming out? All these features there, I hold a meeting and I got a wonderful answer. When I asked my forest guards and other, why you have not gone there? Do it. Then one of the forest guard, he told, कि सर हमरा जुदी ओके ट्रैंक्विलाइज करताम और जुदी बाघटा मरे जेतो ताले चाकरी थाकतो ना. This because there is always, if you are putting some chemical inside a tiger, there is always chance. 1-2%, 5% chances are because of chemical immobilization, species may die. I told them at that time, I will prefer a tiger to die in the hand of my forest staff as a patient is dying on the operation table in the hand of doctor, rather than through unruly mob. And I will bear first, if something happens, if tiger die, it will be first me who will face the music, thereafter it will come to you. So you do it fearlessly. So this was the moral boosting. Then I always believed in two things. One is, there has to be, for everything in life, there has to be holistic approach. Body building korte gele jara ekhane gym moddhe jan. Do they practice only for hand? They do. They may be doing for ki bhai eta dikhavo for by this or that. But overall, you have to keep each and every part of your body fit if you want to be really fit, healthy. So, number one, quickly I am going because there may be many questions. But first thing we did was that we visited large number of villages to gather the confidence of the villagers. We formed the joint forest management committees. We procured the funds from the government of India and state government, and we provided eco-development activities. Means those activities which can provide them alternate livelihood instead of going forest, if they are provided some alternate there. Then we were having only one tranquilizing team. We raised 9 more teams. We provided them infrastructure, speedboats and all that. Earlier what was there, when a tiger is stranded, the person who used to dart, he used to live in Sonarpur. So it used to take about 5 hours to rescue it. We reduced the time to about half an hour. Then another thing, we introduced a out of the box thing, nylon net fence, which nobody thought. A 8 foot to 10 foot nylon net fencing of 4 inch by 4 inch can prevent tiger from going forest to village. It worked up to 95%. We went to understand the tiger ecology and we started radio collaring. I'm saying in short and we encouraged ecotourism also. At that time there was only one tourist lodge. We invited many players. Now you see large number of resorts, because it's not only that people from Calcutta or any other parts of the world, they are going there. So it means what? They will be providing a support to Sundarban whenever any policy decision is taken by the government. If large number of students and other people, they stand for Sundarban, if say somebody want to put a power plant or somebody something, if people from the civil society, they come forward, they will stop it. Only forest staff cannot do it. Another very important was that if thousands and thousands local youth, they are provided employment in tourist lodges, in the boats and others, they will not be going for this anti-forest activities.
The means of alternate livelihood.
Alternate livelihood. So these were the then protection camps. I fully believe that its only job which can be done by forest staff is the protection, means to stop the poachers. In rest of the things we can this involve civil society, NGOs and others. But NGO cannot go inside with the rifle to shoot a poacher. So all these steps were taken together, and I am very glad to say in my career I was field director from 2001 to 2007. During that period, so many tigers were going out and we were trapping them or immobilizing them. I can remember about 50 tigers were caught by way of trapping or by way of immobilization, and we brought them back and released them back to the safety. And since 2001, not a single tiger has been killed in straying. This is the power of local communities and forest people. If they come together, civil society, NGOs, they come together. That's why Sundarban is not only a success story, but it is also a story that how the efforts can be sustained. আমি ওখানে গেলাম, আমি কিছু করলাম, আর তারপরে ব্যাক করে সিচুয়েশনটা ওখানে চলে আসে, which is normally the case, then that is not the magic. Magic is that if people who come thereafter, system is that efforts can be sustained. Now the things which we started in 2001, 80 to 90% management. Just yesterday itself I met the field director in one of the get together in Kolkata itself. Same thing, about 80 to 90% management which was started in 2001 still going on strong. And now forest guards and everybody feel that if we continue this, we are safe. Otherwise tiger straying will increase, tiger will die, people will become hostile and all that. So this is in short, madam, though it has taken a lot of time.
Quick thought on this. You said about knitting.
Yeah.
Right? Nylon nets.
Yeah.
Does it actually refer to a tiger, or it's just a mental barrier for a tiger? There's a net around.
Say, I tell you that tiger sting is a very complex subject. I studied it as part of my PhD work. You cannot completely stop tiger straying. Reason is very simple. Sundarban is one of the unique forests in tiger areas of 13 countries or say India, in which forest no cattle is found. তাহলে গরু ছাগল কিছু এই জঙ্গলে পাওয়া যায় না। নোনা জল, no other cattle or humans can settle there, otherwise তো আমরা আগেও অনেক কিছু শেষ করে ফেলতাম। So what happens if a tiger is old, or if a tigress is there with cubs which cannot move in the creeks and all that because cubs are too small to swim across or cover the large distance? There may be deficiency of shortage of prey base in that local area. Then old tiger, যদি দুটা দাঁতই ভেঙে গেছে, they cannot hunt, but they see just across the river large number of cattle, large number of goats, cow, dogs, they are roaming. Very difficult. The tigers are Indian Sundarban tigers are great swimmers. There's an old record I have come across. Now there are no tigers in this Sagar Island, but in 1918 or so there was this district gazetteer report. They swam from Sagar Island to somewhere in Medinipur, that river, 18 kilometer. I myself has seen in my service career about 7 kilometer, 8 kilometer they swam. So what happens? They easily swim, go there, kill goat, or they eat or they carry with them and they come back. So you cannot stop. But a large number of tigers, they cross inadvertently. They are simply going, instead of going there, they say mangrove on the other side also, because of the embankment of the villages also, they are having lovely mangroves, they can move there also. This is a psychological barrier, but as I mentioned, that if one or two tigers, even they are determined and they cross it, there are exceptions. For example, if emergency is there, I can jump from the second floor, but it does not mean humans jump from the second floor. These are the exceptions. So in short, your reply to your question is, it's a very great psychological barrier. Yes.
Sir, we are document research currently, several research is going on. We complete research on Sundarbans. And in order to preserve the tigers, what is required is to preserve ecosystem over there. The mangroves over there.
Yes.
To generate employment over there.
Yes.
So that Sundarban itself exists.
Yes.
And the washing away of the shoreline is not there. So we are working rigorously on that, and we have at least produced research papers or 15 to 18 scholars completed the PhD on Sundarbans and preserving that, and also on a cost-benefit analysis and how it can sustain globally, not even bringing to Canada. So we are a part of your effort of preserving the science by making the ecosystem.
That's a great news. That's the role civil society play. So I think big applause here also. So everybody, such a big efforts are going on. Everybody is putting efforts, and that's how Sundarban can be saved. It's a pride not only of Bengal, but of the entire, not India, but of the entire world. There is only one Sundarban in the world. India, Bangladesh share it.